Okay, so this is, I think, the fourth video. And we'll try to work this in again here. Griff, his old buddy, just had the servant girl just help us out here. And here it goes. She begins to undress me. And begins to enjoy me. The scent was intoxicating. My mind began to float, adrift, images flashing in front of my eyes. As I began to peek, she began to insert my phallus inside her warm, tender flesh, a flower opening. Her body moving in unison. I felt myself about ready to explode like a pressure vessel that needs to be released. As the throbbing continued, the motion of our bodies stirred to the boiling like in a volcanic eruption, spewing inside her soft skin, sliding in a frictionless movement as she began to walk away. I started to say, "Wait, where are you going?" But the words would not come out of my brain. I lost all control of its motor skills. It was too late. She was gone. I lie on the bed, staring in the clouds, thinking that was an experiment. Was I a guinea pig in a weird, mad scientist tale? These thoughts kept whirling around in my head, unending as a release of gas jets from the wall. In a moment I feel paralyzed, my mind able to function but my body unable to move. Then from the corner of my eye I see people in white, where the angels was in struggle between heaven and hell, and blinding light on the head as they began to talk gibberish, at least to my ears. The patient is sedated. Begin the probe. Mechanical device projects out from the ceiling and engulfs my body in a passing-like motion. The colors in the room begin to change. Its hue, red to purple, green to orange. The room begins to swirl in a G-force-like state. A nausea comes over me, a shot of some superfluid liquid injected into the vein, a moment that time ceases to explain what the body is, feeling a rise and fall of emotion bubbling over the skin, a stimulus unknown as the body is blown into a dimensional, a point, a position, a vector unfolding color. As I change, I metamorphosize an acid-like mixture, creating an electrolyte union of neural movements, an enhanced awareness of split of the apple tree, uprooted and free. Now think of the possibility, these thoughts meandering incessantly, pulsing in the cauldron of fire and heat and tongue, swirling in a tornado rhythm as the wall space in the head freeze all the thoughts of life and death. Are you with me, YouTube? This comes out of my brain. Okay. And the head frees all the thoughts of life and death, the mortal sheath unveiled, the cleansing moment when all is known, a moment of rebirth. Chapter 2. Griff walks in. "Hey man, I hope you don't mind the intrusion. We had to scan your biometrics for any sort of tracking device. In this day and age, you never can be too careful. Friendship aside, let me explain while you're here. It all started back in Special Ops. The missions we performed with religious zeal was a form of conditioning to train us to the next superpowers and corruption of power. All those tests were calculating our potential as nihilistic human drones, or warriors at the beck and call of the government to devour and kill at will. Well, only as a select few meet this type of personality, immoldable, intelligent individual, easily persuaded, non-affiliated, a lack of fellowship or family. I was one of these classifications of this supposed personality, but there was a glitch in my conditioning, as I was able to absorb all the information but maintain the ability to think for myself. Do you hear that, YouTube? So this is probably going to be the end. In other words, they could not brainwash me. In the following their ideals or ideologues, I was able to repress the subliminal message from the training I received in Budapest from the monk that freed my mind from the trifles of society's woes. I tell you at a later time, the Zingu, the monk, he could see you through just like you were pieces of glass. But anyway, I was ramble. I'm just excited to see you, man. It's a kind of a coincidence that you've showed up at my doorstep, you know, when I was just thinking of how to find you. For you would be a great asset towards the alliance of free will. For that's what it comes down to, you know. It has come to the government and has become so subtle that those without a discerned eye could not be able to even fathom the depths of suppression. To homogenize the people of these earth, to strip the ingenuity factor from the brainstem, to dull the senses and subvert the truth of existence, which is to be. I don't mean in any metaphoric sense, but to live, to thirst with every dying breath. What are you saying? Are you a revolutionist? You? I can't believe it. In a non-conformist with no allegiance, an egotistical devotee, he seems estranged. What caused you to reconcile your indifference, to become a person who will be a pillar for moral supremacy? I understand that my past track record will not hold me any current disposition, but I have to say, as you say, become enlightened. And this is the end of my story that I started. So maybe I can get some ideas from people, and maybe I can build upon it, and maybe the characters could grow. We've already seen some serious technological feats. We have unlimited potential here for where it could go. I believe this is probably the most deeply intense exchange of words on YouTube. I believe it. I don't want to sound bold, but please, people, give me the bump, because the shine is getting ready to happen. You'll feel it. It'll illuminate you. You'll feel it. The words, they'll rise within you. Your vibration will be unknown. Once you understand, fear not, people, fear not. Believe. Educate your mind, because you can't just come up with thoughts if you never built upon any. So that's what I say. I'm a fanatical reader. carnivore of music. I love all music. Music that just spirits the soul. So that's, I love science. I love the unknown. So here it is, people of YouTube, and that is a lot of people. A lot of people. Give me at least some links then to people who might even come close to those linkings of words that I just gave you, this story that can grow. Maybe it'll be a project, a genome. Maybe this will become pirate radio. Maybe I'll share the secrets that I've learned. There is so much information in the world. Maybe this story should be given to everyone. I touched on so many aspects of politics, of the human psyche. Maybe give me some critiques. Anybody who, believes that they've heard anything better on YouTube when it comes to these words, let me know. Because I really do want to know.